Hey everybody, today we're going to show you what you need to do to get all 88 items for Johnny's treasure trove here in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Now some of these tasks and minigames can be quite difficult, so I'll try to leave some links down in the comment section below on some individual guides that I've already made for them to hopefully help some of you that get stuck along the way. But without further ado, let's jump into it. Our first item is going to be found in the grasslands. This is going to be called Fledgling, Chocobo, Jockey. What you want to do is head over to Bill's Ranch. And on the southwestern side of the ranch, you guys will find Hustle de Chocobo. You need to complete this race and get rank 3, which is 31 seconds. So if you complete this race in 31 seconds or under, you will get the first item. Our second item is going to be Soaring Chocobo Jockey. This one can be obtained over in the Cosmo Canyon region. To get this, you need to get rank 3 in all 3 of the Glide de Chocobo training courses. So those training courses will be found on the western side of the Cosmo Canyon. You guys can see training course number 1 is going to be right here. Training course number 2 is going to be a little bit further northeast, right over here. And then training course number 3 is right in between them. So if you come right down over here, you will find training course number 3. So you'll be able to knock out all 3 of those. If you can get rank 3 in all 3 of them, you will get item number 2. Items number 3 and 4 are going to be found in the same location in the Junon region. So what we want to do is work our way to Under Junon. And if you have the Under Junon Frog Gully fast travel, you can just go ahead and take that. This is what it's going to look like on your map once you make it down here. We want to go to the far southeastern side. And in the back of that gully, once you enter from over there, you can make your way all the way to the back where you can find a frog that you can speak with. To get number 3, you need to complete Whirligig Whack at rank 3, which is 1 minute and 20 seconds is how long you have to last. And then the 4th item is Ribbiting Rollers. So for rank 3, once again, you got to survive for at least 1 minute and 20 seconds. Once you're able to get rank 3 for both of these, you will have items 3 and 4. Number 5 is also going to be found in Under Junon, so we can head over that direction. This one's going to be the Dolphin Show. So you can see we're going to be down by the docks in Under Junon, and it'll be on the dock with all the little kids playing with the dolphins. You can speak with the girl here to start the minigame. What you need to do is get rank 3 in this minigame to get this next item, and to do so, you'll need to complete this course in 1 minute and 40 seconds or less. Number 6 is one that's probably going to take you a little bit of time. For this one, you need to head over to the Junon region, and what we're going to do is complete all 4 of the Phenomenon Intel on hard mode. So there's 4 Fort Condor boards. You'll find the first one on the southern side down here in the boat. The second one will be found just to the southeast on this little island down here. Number 3 is going to be even further east, right out here on the coast. And number 4 will be up on the northern side of Junon, right up here. Once you complete all 4 of them in the main story, you will then unlock hard mode for them. You just need to go back and complete all 4 of these on hard mode. And once you're able to successfully do so, you will get item number 6. Numbers 7 and 8 are going to be acquired at the same time. 8 is a little bit easier, as all you have to do is complete the Junon Parade in Chapter 4. This is a main mission in the game, so if you've already progressed through Chapter 4, you already have number 8. Number 7 is to earn the best performance title during the Junon Parade. So essentially, you need to not only complete it, but you need to get a perfect score for number 7. Now to do this, you'll need to collect all 10 of the 7th infantry units before the parade starts. You can actually do the parade with 5, but for this you're going to need all 10, and your formation will matter. So I'm going to leave a screenshot up on your screen that you can use to put your troops in those positions to make the parade a little bit more difficult and give you the opportunity to actually reach that high score. I will say that I believe you can afford to miss a couple and still get that perfect score. You really only need to break 100,000 upvotes, and I think the max upvotes is like 101,400. So I did miss a couple and was still able to get that perfect score. Number 9 is going to take place in Chapter 5 and only in Chapter 5, and that's to win the Queen's Blood tournament that takes place on the cruise ship. Now don't worry, if you're already past Chapter 5, you can go back once you beat the game through Chapter Select and do this as many times as you want. However, you do have to win the entire tournament. So without spoiling the game for you, when you do make it through the tournament, the supposed final match isn't actually the final match. There's one more opponent that you play after that that's part of the game. You do have to beat that opponent as well. So once you win the entire Queen's Blood tournament, you will be rewarded with number 9. Numbers 10 and 11 are going to be acquired in the same spot in the Corel region. Once you make your way over here, you want to go to Costa del Sol. We're going to go to the far northern side of the resort. You guys can see we're going to come right over here to Pirates Rampage, which is a mini game. And once you get here, you can interact with the amusement attendant, and you'll see we have two. We have Brigantine and Ghost Ship. Number 10 is going to be to complete Brigantine in rank 3, so you'll need to get a score of at least 15,000. And then number 11 is going to be Ghost Ship, so you'll need to get rank 3 in Ghost Ship, which is a minimum score of 22,000. But once you're able to complete rank 3 in both of these, you will have number 10 and 11. Numbers 12 through 15 are also going to be found in Costa del Sol. These will all be found together over at the Card Carnival game. So you can see the exact location we'll show you here on your screen. And once you make your way down here, just speak to the lady that's behind the desk, and you'll see all the different games that you can play here. For number 12, you need to complete all the easy card puzzles. For number 13, you need to complete all the advanced card puzzles. For number 14, you need to complete all the collection challenges. And for number 15, you'll need to complete all of the skill drills. So once you knock all of these out, you'll have 12 through 15. Numbers 16 and 17 are also in Costa del Sol. These are both going to be acquired over at the Run Wild minigame that you guys can see right over here by the field. Once you make your way over here, just speak with the attendant behind the desk. You're going to have two mini games you can play. You're going to have free for all and you're going to have time trial. You need to get rank 3 in both of these. So number 16 is going to be rank 3 in free for all, which is first place. And then rank 3 for time trial, which is going to be number 17, is completing it in under 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So once you complete rank 3 in both of these, you'll have numbers 16 and 17. Number 18 is also going to be found in the Corel region. This one is going to be found to the west of the main resort. So if you come all the way over here to where the training gym is, we'll go ahead and zoom in case you don't know exactly where this is located. There's going to be a mini game inside called Crunch Off. I will give you a fair warning. This one is extremely frustrating. To get number 18, you need to get rank 3 in Crunch Off, which is essentially 3 separate sit-up challenges against 3 separate opponents. And to do this, you have to beat all of them. Again, this one is extremely annoying and took me a while. It probably will take you several tries, but once you're able to get all 3 ranks, you will have number 18. For numbers 19 and 20, we're going to make our way over to the Gold Saucer that's in the Corel region. And once you get here, you want to make your way to Wonderment Square. So you can take one of the fast travels and use the guide Moogle to get you to Wonderment Square. And we're going to play the mini game G-Bike. Now, when you make it up to G-Bike, there's going to be 2 courses. We're going to have the standard course and the expert course. For number 19, you need to get rank 3, which is at least a score of 30,000 in the standard course. And expert is going to be number 20. You need to get rank 3 on here, which is 31,000. You don't need to have ultimate party animal. You just get extra gold saucer points for that one. But you need to get rank 3 in both of these to be able to get number 19 and 20. Numbers 21, 22, and 23 are also found at the Gold Saucer, and they're also going to be located in Wonderment Square. So you can fast travel up here. This time we're going to be playing the minigame 3D Brawler. Now, if you go ahead and interact with this thing, to get the first one, which is number 21, you need to beat the easy opponents, which will be your first 3. Once you do that, to get number 22, you need to complete the expert bouts. So you'll have Shiva and Ifrit that you can go up against, and this will get you number 22. Number 23 is going to be to defeat Sephiroth. Now, Sephiroth won't appear in this until you complete a side quest towards the end of Chapter 12. As you progress through the game and continue to do more side quests and make it through Chapter 12, you'll eventually unlock the side quest that's called Can't Stop, Won't Stop. When you complete that side quest, at the end of that, you will eventually end up unlocking Sephiroth in 3D Brawler. Then you can come over here and compete against him, and if you're able to beat him, you will get item number 23. Numbers 24 and 25 are also going to be found together at the Gold Saucer. This time we're going to head over to Speed Square. So you can use the fast travel, come over to Speed Square, and in the back you're going to have a mini game called Galactic Saviors. Now, once you make your way over here, we can go and interact with the attendant. We're going to have 2 games. We can play the standard and the expert. What you need to do for number 24 is to get rank 3 in the standard game. And then to get number 25, you need to get rank 3 in the expert game. You see Ultimate Party Animal on the screen. That's for the side quest. You just need to get rank 3. But once you get rank 3 in both of these courses, you will eventually get number 24 and 25. Numbers 26 through 28 are also going to be found at the Gold Saucer. This time we're going to head over to Chocobo Square. So again, you can use the Moogle to fast travel. Once you make it out here, what we're going to do is come over to the mini game called Chocobo Races. Now for 26, it's part of the main story. After you do the feed for Pico, you'll eventually have to do a race for Gus, and that is how you're going to be able to get number 26. So just making it through the main story and doing that race for Gus and winning that race will get you number 26. Now, once you complete that, you will then obviously unlock more Chocobo races that you can do. You've got grade 3, 2, and 1. For number 27, what you need to do is complete all the grade 3 races. So there'll be 9 races here that you can do. You need to win all 9. That will give you number 27. Number 28, you need to complete all the grade 2 races. So there's 10 races in this set. Complete all 10 of those, you'll get number 28. Number 29 is going to be completing the Gold Cup that takes place at the Gold Saucer in Chocobo Square. This is again another Chocobo race. However, to get this one, you need to complete a side quest, and it's actually earned during another side quest. So during chapter 11, when you first arrive at the Nebel region, you will have one side quest called Esoteric Secret of the Elders. Now, once you complete that side quest, you're then going to unlock another side quest called Gold Cup or Bust. During that side quest, you will then be able to participate in the Gold Cup, which again takes place at the Gold Saucer in Chocobo Square, where you can do all the other Chocobo races. And once you eventually are able to win the Gold Cup, you will get item number 29. Numbers 30 through 32 are also going to be at the Gold Saucer. These are going to be located in Wonderment Square. So again, you can use the Moogle to fast travel to Wonderment Square. And in the back, we're going to have a Queen's Blood mini game where we can actually play several card games. If you go ahead and interact with the organizer, you'll see that we have easy, advanced, and survival. For number 30, you need to complete all of the easy games. There's 5 of them here. For number 31, you need to complete all 5 of the advanced games. And for number 32, you need to complete all 3 of the survival games. Once you make it through all of these, you will have unlocked 30, 31, and 32. Numbers 33 through 36 are all going to be found at the Gold Saucer. For these, you want to make your way over to the Battle Square. So again, you can use the Guide Moogle to fast travel to the Battle Square. And once you get here, come over to the minigame Musclehead at Coliseum. And once you get here and interact with the receptionist behind the desk, you will see a lot of different things that we can do. For number 33, you need to complete all the 2-person bouts for easy. You can see there's 4 of them here. For number 34, you need to complete all the advanced. There's a lot in this one. And then for number 35, we go over to the 6-person bouts. There's several here, so you get 35 for completing every one of these. And then number 36, you will get for completing all of the advanced 6-person bouts. And there's a whole bunch of these. So this is going to take you a little bit of time, but once you complete every single one of these bouts, you will get numbers 33 through 36. Numbers 37 through 43 are all going to be together, and they take place during the Loveless play that happens in chapter 12 as a main mission. So it's not something that you can miss. You will play through that in chapter 12. However, you won't be able to get 37 through 43 on your first playthrough. All of these, essentially the way these work is you have to get an S tier performance with every single cast member, which is obviously going to be all of our main characters. But there's going to be 2 that get left out on your first playthrough if you do get that S tier performance. And you can still get S tier by missing a couple. I've tested this out. I did miss a couple and was still able to get S tier. So most of you will probably already have several of these. But the way it works is you're going to have a date during this play. Whoever that date is, that's going to be the first person that you get. So let's say, for example, you go on the date with Tifa. You're still going to have to complete the performance 2 other times, once with Aerith and once with Yuffie. And the way that you can do this and go back and play the play again is by completing the game. So once you beat the main story, you then want to go into your settings by pressing Start. You can go down to System, click on System, and you'll have extra settings. You can click on extra settings, and if you go down to the bottom, you'll see chapter 12 companion. For whichever ones you don't have, if you've already done it with, let's say again, Tifa, you can then switch this over to Yuffie, or you can switch it over to Aerith, and you can choose these to be your companions so that you can knock out the remaining of these items. So again, 37 through 43, all are S tier performances during the Loveless play. Once you beat the game, you can then go back to chapter 12, go into your settings, and change who your date is so you can get the remaining 2 females to be your date in the play so you can knock those out. But once you do that, you will have numbers 37 through 43. Numbers 44 and 45 will be found together in the Corel region. For these, we want to head over to the Dust Bowl, which is just southwest of the Gold Saucer, so you can fast travel down here. And once you make it to the Dust Bowl, just head over to the western side over here to the mini game called Desert Rush. And once you get over here, you can see there'll be a sign on the building that says Desert Rush. And we're just going to speak with the lady behind the counter. For number 44, you need to do the standard game and get rank 3, which is 42,000 points or more. And to get number 45, you need to do the challenging game, which is to get 55,000 points or more for rank 3. So once you get rank 3 for both of these games, you will get numbers 44 and 45. Numbers 46 and 47 are also going to take place at the Dust Bowl in the Corel region, so you can fast travel here. And this is going to be the minigame Beast Battleground. Now, if you don't already know how to get here, we'll show you the map of the Dust Bowl. You want to head to the far southeastern side. You're going to see this little circle right here. You can make your way right over here to this, and there's going to be a ladder that you can climb down and follow the tunnel, and that will lead you right down here to the Beast Battleground minigame. Now, once you get here and interact, you'll see we have two different things we can do. We have the Silkus Cup and Prison Tourney. Number 46 is going to be obtained by completing all 3 of the Cup challenges, so you can knock out all 3 of these to get 46. And number 47 will be by completing all 3 of the Prison Tourney challenges. So if you knock out all 3 of these, you will have 47. So 46 and 47 are completing these 2 here. For number 48, you need to complete the side quest called Sand and Circuses. This is a side quest that's going to take you back to Beast Battleground, kind of along with 46 and 47. And you're going to have a series of 5 bouts that you'll need to complete to actually complete that side quest. And once you beat that, you will unlock number 48. Now, to get that side quest, there's a couple other things that need to be done. At the beginning of Chapter 12, when you first come back to the Corel region at Costa del Sol, you're going to have 2 side quests that are on your community board. One's going to be called Lifeline in Pearl. The other one's going to be called The Hardest Cell. Once you complete both of those side quests, you're then going to unlock another side quest called Trouble in Paradise in Costa del Sol. Once you complete Trouble in Paradise, you then will unlock the side quest Sand and Circuses. So essentially, you just need to grind out the side quests that are in Costa del Sol until you get the side quest Sand and Circuses. Then all you have to do is complete that side quest, and once you do, you will unlock item number 48. Numbers 49 and 50 are going to be found in the same location, so we're going to link them together. They're going to be over in the Corel region, and what they're going to require you to do is complete the Cactuar Crush game on normal difficulty and on hard difficulty. Now, the Cactuar Crush game is going to be found at the Phenomenon Intel locations here in the Corel region. So there's 4. We're standing right here at the first one, which is just south of the Gold Saucer. The second one's going to be to the southeast, right over here. The third one's going to be west, right over here. And then the fourth one's going to be on the far southern side of the Corel region. But you're going to have a different Cactuar Crush game at each one of these Phenomenon Intel locations. And obviously, during the main story, you can only do one of these at a time. For example, we're going to start at Phenomenon Intel number 1. You can see we can interact with the Cactuar Crush game. Now, because we've completed them, we have normal and hard mode. For normal, you're going to need to complete rank 3 at all 4 of these Cactuar Crush games, which can be quite annoying and take you a little bit of time. So you can see here for rank 3, we need a minimum of 2,500 score. Then you'll need to move on to Phenomenon Intel number 2 and complete rank 3 at that Cactuar Crush game, and so on and so forth. That's going to get you number 49. Once all 4 of those are complete, you will then unlock hard mode, which you guys can see here. There's not different ranks. There's 1 score. It's 6,000 for this one. I think it's different for the other 3. But then you'll need to go to all 4 once again and complete all 4 of them on hard mode. And once you do that, that will unlock you number 50. So it's just 2 items, but this is going to be pretty lengthy, and these can get annoying to do. So fair warning, this is probably going to take you a little bit of time. But again, the Phenomenon Intel locations in the Corel region, go to all 4 and complete rank 3 in all the normal ones, and then complete all 4 of the hard ones. Number 51 is going to be found over in the Cosmo Canyon region. For this one, you need to complete all the Gears and Gambits games on hard mode. So there's 4 of them. This is just like our last couple. Each one will be found at the different proto relics or Phenomenon Intels. You guys will see our first one's going to be down here towards the bottom of the canyon. Our second one's going to be up north. Again, you'll probably already see most of these on your map. The third one's going to be right over here next to the first one. And then the fourth one will be right over here to the left in case you need to see where these are. But at each one of these, once you make it to it, you'll be able to play Gears and Gambit. and you'll be able to do it on hard mode once you complete all 4 of them the first time. So you'll obviously, just like every other region, go through each one of these, collect all 4 proto relics. You will then unlock hard mode. You will then need to go back, do all 4 of them again on hard mode, and you will then unlock number 51. Numbers 52 and 53 are going to be found in the same location in the Nebel region. What you want to do is go to the northern side and work your way over to Shinra Manor. And if you haven't been in here yet, you'll obviously go through the elevator and work your way all the way down through the tunnels and everything. But you most likely already have the Shinra Manor Hojo's Combat Simulator Fast Travel, so you can go ahead and use that if you have it. If not, as you progress through the main story, you'll eventually go through Shinra Manor and make your way to it. So just do more story progression if you don't already have this unlocked. But once you go back here, you can already interact with the combat simulator. So we'll go ahead and do that. We're going to have 2 different things that we can do. For number 52, you're going to need to complete all 4 of the preliminary trials. You can see those here. And then for number 53, you're going to need to complete all 4 of the evaluations. So when you complete all 4 of these, you will then unlock number 53. Numbers 54 and 55 are going to be obtained by completing combat challenges with Chadley. So you can go anywhere on the map where Chadley is. We're currently in Nibelheim. But once you get to them, go ahead and open up the combat simulator and we'll show you what you need to complete. So for number 54, you need to complete all of Chadley's normal combat simulator challenges. That includes everything that you see. So if you first open this up and you haven't completed all of the proto relics, you will see everything but brutal and legendary. You need to complete all these. So tutorial, biology, regions, assignments, and summons. There's a lot to do there, but these are easily attainable. It's just going to take you some time to knock all of these out. Now for number 55, you need to complete all of the brutal and legendary challenges. These are going to be unlocked by doing every single proto relic in the game and after you defeat Gilgamesh, which is deep into the game. So I'll go ahead and open up the map to kind of show you exactly where that's going to be. But as you progress through the game and do every single proto relic that you can in the ocean out here, you will eventually end up going way north and end up on Gilgamesh's island and be able to complete even more proto relics. And that's what's going to unlock brutal and legendary in your combat simulator. Now, I will say that I highly, highly recommend putting this off until you're done with all the other ones, as this is going to take you quite some time. So much time that I haven't even completed them all, and I've put so much time into this game. These are very, very difficult. So don't go into these thinking you're just going to run through these. You're probably going to need to use guides online, as some of these are extremely difficult. I mean, you can see each one of the brutal are 10 rounds. So it's a very long and grueling process. But completing all the brutal and legendary will then get you number 55. For number 56, you need to achieve an A rank in performances of all 6 of the sheet music songs that you can find at the pianos here in the game. You can see that we're currently sitting at one of the pianos and we have A ranks for all 6 of these songs. The Let the Battles Begin one doesn't pop up until after you've done the first 6, so don't worry about that. But Aerith's theme, Two Legs, Cinco, Barrett's, Tifa's, and On Our Way, all 6 of these you need to get an A rank. And for each one on the bottom of your screen, you can see the score that you need to be able to achieve A rank. Now, if you're like me and you never really remember where these piano icons are located, you can do a quick Google search if you don't already have all 6 of the songs. But again, they are just pieces of sheet music that are found on top of the pianos around the map. I will also be posting a guide on where to find all those here shortly. So if you're watching this a couple days after it came out, just check the comments. I might have a link on where to find all of those if you don't already have all 6. But they're found by looking for the little piano icons around the map. We're currently in Nibelheim. But once you get an A rank in all 6, you're not done. You need to go speak with Dorian. So Dorian will have the little musical note. I believe he's at every single piano in the game. Maybe not, but I can at least confirm that he's here in Nibelheim. But when you find Dorian, he's going to be the old man that's standing next to the piano. You just need to speak with him once you've completed an A rank in all 6 of the songs, and then he will give you that Let the Battles Begin type music, and you will get your reward, which is number 56. Number 57 is pretty easy. This one requires you to use photo mode to take a picture at every scenic spot that Snaps asks you to take a picture. Again, this one's pretty straightforward. It literally shows you where to go and what to do, but Snaps is going to be in every one of these locations except the ocean, obviously. We are currently in the grasslands, and you can see you'll first find him in Calm, the first spot that you start in the game, but he's just going to be located at the blue icon. Again, most of you watching this probably already realized this. But once you get to him and you talk to him, he's then going to tell you he wants you to take a picture in the region, and then it'll pop up your map, show you exactly where to go. So you really don't need a guide on how to get there. Just go there, get the picture, and then every time you take the picture, or after you've taken all the pictures that he asks you to, you can then report back to Snaps, give him the pictures, and then you will obtain rank of Master Photographer. Once you obtain that Master Photographer rank, you will then get item number 57. Another thing that's pretty useful is once you make it to the end of the game, I believe chapter 13, you can go speak with Snaps, and it will show you every single picture that you need, which ones that you've already discovered and just haven't taken a picture of yet, and which ones are undiscovered. So it'll show you the locations where you need to go. So if you can't figure out which picture you still need, just go speak with Snaps in chapter 13 once you've already been through every location, and it will tell you which region you still haven't gotten a picture in yet. And then you can just go to that region and look for the little blue icon on where to go take the picture. So not too difficult, but this is how you're going to be able to get number 57. 58 is pretty straightforward, but will take you a little bit of time, and that's going to be to attain the highest possible rank in Queen's Blood. Now, the way you'll do this is by completing every Queen's Blood game that you can play, and you'll see that on the main world map here. You can see this little brown icon or gold icon. There's 11 matches in the Corel region, 3 in Nebel, 3 in Cosmo Canyon, and so on and so forth. You need to complete every one of these games. I'm sure you've played the game enough by now to know what these are going to look like. You can see here's a couple of them right here. But as you progress through these, you will continue to rank up. This one, again, is pretty straightforward. It literally tells you, what you need to do next and everything. And eventually, you will get to the end where in the Gongaga region, it will pop up where you will end up playing the Queen herself, which I believe is located down here somewhere in the ruins. Yeah, it's right down here, the Shadow Blood Queen. Again, you really don't need a guide on this because it will show you where to go and what to do. It'll pop up on your map, and literally, it's like a quest, basically. To complete these, but just complete every single Queen's Blood game that you can find on the game, and it will keep you updated on how many that you've completed and how many more you need to go to be able to rank up. So just continue to complete these, reach the final Queen's Blood rank, and you will unlock number 58. To get number 59, you need to complete the side quest in the Corel region called Can't Stop, Won't Stop. The only prerequisite to this is to complete every other side quest in the game. So there are 35 other side quests in the game. If you open up your world map, you'll be able to tell by the little green icon in each region. But as you continue to complete them, you will unlock more and more. And once you complete all 35, you'll unlock the final quest, which is called, again, Can't Stop, Won't Stop, which will then take you on this journey to unlock the rank of Ultimate Party Animal. It's a pretty lengthy side quest where you play a bunch of mini games. But once you complete every single side quest in the game, you will then unlock number 59 for the treasure trove. Numbers 60 through 65 are a little bit tricky right now. For these, what you need to do is find and excavate rabbit holes with your Chocobo in each region of the map. Now, the reason I say that these are tricky is because most of the articles that I find online say that all of these are different for each player. So if I show you 6 locations right now, you might not have any of them. I'm not 100% certain. I don't know if anyone knows if they're different for every player, but what I'm going to do, since I can't really show you locations, I'm going to leave a link down in the comments below at 60 through 65 that you can click on and go check out. That will show you some of the locations, and hopefully they work for you. If you've made it this far into the video, let me know if all those locations work, because again, we still don't know if they're the same for everybody, but essentially they're just little rabbits that are located randomly in each region that have little rabbit holes. And if you're riding on your Chocobo, when you get near it, it'll pop up a little question mark and you can dig up intel, and every one of the little intels that you dig up will count towards a number in Johnny's treasure trove. But for 60 through 65, again, check the comments. I'll leave a link that you can use down there. Number 66 is the stuffed Moogle. For this one, you need to complete all the Moogle intel and reach the highest rank of Moogle Emporium. So at each one of your little Moogle Emporiums, you need to collect all the Moogles that you can in the allotted time frame. And there's 7 that are located around the map. There's 1 at every single region except the ocean. And then there's going to be 2 in the Corel region. So you don't really need my help with this because when you grab the towers, it shows you exactly where they're at. But in the Corel region, you have 1 up north and you also have 1 on the far southern side. So you guys can see it's going to be way down here. So 1 in every location except the ocean, and then you'll have 2 in Corel. But complete all of those and unlock them all, and you will get number 66. Number 67 is called Stuffed Stamp, and the way that you're going to get this one is in Chapter 4. After you complete the Junon Parade, you're going to have 7th Infantry Troopers that follow along with you. I believe there's 5 that will travel with you until you complete the chapter. The way to get Stuffed Stamp is to complete that chapter with the rest of those troopers surviving. So if you play through the parade and you get those 5 troopers that follow you along through the rest of the chapter, if any of those troopers die, you're not going to unlock this. So essentially you just need to keep all 5 of them alive and you will get number 67. It's not too hard. I completed this before I even realized this was how you did it. So you shouldn't have too much of a problem with this. If you are already past Chapter 4, once you beat the game, you can chapter select back to Chapter 4 and set it to easy mode, and it will make things 1,000 times easier for you. But this is what you're going to have to do to get number 67. Number 68 is going to be the Stuffed Fat Moogle, which is unlocked by destroying 10 or more supply crates that are on the conveyor belt in Chapter 11 in Shinra Manor. If you've already made it through Chapter 11, you probably remember this. There's a specific part in the game where after you defeat a boss as XIII, you end up needing to throw boxes at like a conveyor belt, and you get a time limit to destroy 10 of them. If you don't make it, you can continue on through the game. Like me, I really didn't care at that time. But if you already passed it, the only way to go back is to complete the game and chapter select and play through Chapter 11 again. If you do have to do that, I highly recommend making saves before you get to that point so that if you mess up, you can just load your last save and go through it again. But again, you just need to destroy 10 or more of the supply crates that are on that conveyor belt. Numbers 69 through 87 are all going to be located within the gold saucer, and these are pretty straightforward. For all of these, you need to make your way over to a GP exchange. It can be anyone in any one of the squares, it doesn't matter, as you're able to access each individual square from each GP exchange. So it doesn't matter which one you pick, just go to one. We are currently in Wonderment Square. But once you get here, go ahead and speak with the GP exchange. Several of these you're going to be able to acquire just by purchasing them using the gold saucer points. Some of them you will have to complete other tasks and then purchase them with the gold saucer points. I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do for each one. Now, if you don't have enough gold saucer points to purchase any of these, all you need to do is go play more mini games. As you play the mini games, you get rewarded with gold saucer points, and then you can come back and buy the items that you need. You can also see that once we are in the menu, you can use your triggers on your controller to go over to each square to see what items are for sale in each one of the squares. Now, number 69, which is going to be our first item, is going to be found in the battle square. It's called the Stuffed Bomb. You can find it right here. I've already purchased it, so I can't tell you what each of these amounts are going to be, but it'll be found here in the battle square. Number 70 is going to be the Stuffed Chocobo. For that one, we're going to go over to Chocobo Square, and you can see that one right here. Number 71 is going to be the Stuffed Cactuar. You can find that one over at the Skywheel Square tab, and it'll be located right here. Number 72 is going to be the Stuffed Fat Chocobo. This one, we're going to go over to the Event Square. You can find the Stuffed Fat Chocobo. Number 73 is going to be the Stuffed Tonberry. For that one, we're going to come right over here to Ghost Square, and you can find that one right here. Number 74 is going to be Space Ranger Play Arts figure. For that one, we're going to head over to the Speed Square tab. You can find the Space Ranger Play Arts figure right here. Number 75 is going to be the Play Arts Starfighter. That is going to be found directly above the Space Ranger in the Speed Square tab. Number 76 is going to be the Play Arts G-Bike. For that one, we're going to head over here to the Wonderment Square. You can see Play Arts G-Bike is located here. Number 77 is going to be in the same tab at Wonderment Square. This one's going to be Queen's Blood Game Board. So you can go ahead and buy this one. Number 78 is going to be just a little bit lower. This one's going to be the 3D Brawler Cloud figurine. So you can go ahead and purchase this one. Now 79 is going to be 3D Brawler Pugilist figurine, or Pugilist, however you pronounce this. This is going to be the first soldier that you battle in 3D Brawler. To unlock this, you need to defeat that soldier in 3D Brawler, and then you can come over and purchase it here from Wonderment Square. It's going to work the same with the rest of these. So number 80 is going to be the Moogle figurine for the 3D Brawler. Once you defeat Moogle, you can come purchase this one. The next one is going to be Dio. Once you defeat Dio at the 3D Brawler, you can come and purchase this one. Next is Shiva. Once you defeat Shiva, you can pick this one up. And then last is Ifrit. Once you defeat Ifrit, you can pick this one up. Now, number 84 is going to be Mazamoon Replica. You guys can see it right here. To unlock this, you're going to need to defeat Sephiroth at the 3D Brawler. Now, we showed you earlier in the video what you need to do to unlock him. Once you defeat him in the 3D Brawler, you can then make your way back over to the Wonderment Square tab, and you can purchase the Mazamoon Replica. Now, number 85 is going to be Dio's autograph. That's going to be found in the Battle Square tab. You can see it right here at the bottom. This isn't going to pop up for you until you complete every single bout at the Musclehead Coliseum over in the Battle Square. So you most likely already did them all earlier in the video to get another one of these items. But if you haven't already, once you complete all of those and make your way back over to the GP exchange here in the Battle Square, you'll find Dio's autograph, and you can go ahead and purchase that one for number 85. Number 86 is going to be one that you can just purchase early on in the game. That one's going to be called the Loveless poster, and it's going to be found over here in the event squares. So you can see the Loveless poster right here. And number 87 is going to be the Save Crystal, and that's going to be found all the way over here on the Skywheel Square tab. You can see the Save Crystal right here, and you can go ahead and purchase that one for number 87. Our 88th and final item is the Rufus Shenra cutout. This one is given from one of the 7th infantry troops that you find in chapter 4 before the parade when you're searching for the 10 sets of 7th infantry soldiers. It's going to be the guys that are asking you to take a picture in the middle of the street. All you have to take is a good photo. Now, most of you probably already have this one. If you don't know what good photo means, it means when you aim the camera at him, if it highlights green and it's outlined in green, it means it's a good photo. And if you snap it, it will give you the 88th and final item. But that's going to be where to find all 88 items for Johnny's treasure trove here in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Again, I'm going to leave links down in the comment section for individual guides that I've already made on how to do some of these, because obviously some of these items can be quite difficult to obtain. And as I continue to make more videos on these, I will link those in the comments of this video to help some of you that eventually end up getting stuck on some of these things. But yeah, this is where you need to go to get all 88 of these items. Hopefully this video is helpful to some of you. I appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one.